Let's end unconstitutional wars and unchecked militarism inspired by the military actions of the Clinton administration, Bush administration, Obama administration, and Trump administration teams made seamless transitions into the militarized foreign policy, extending even further the illegal reach of wars of choice. Invasions, incursions, and drone attacks carried out irrespective of national sovereignties. From libertarians to progressives, from conservatives to liberals, from the American conservative to the nation, one hears about the American empire in one headline after another that speaks about some of the downsides of our military ventures, fueled by a relentless, bloody hubris that has no compunction about breaking constitutional restraints, breaking federal statutes, breaking budgets, breaking international treaties, and the system of checks and balances. All these lead to an overweening executive and a rubber-stamp Congress, and a judiciary abdicating any jurisdiction. In fact, in 2013, a debate over the military and domestic use of drones broke out, sparked by Senator Rand Paul's 12-hour filibuster, which brought together mainstream conservative and liberal think tanks, Republican and Democratic lawmakers, and citizen activists of both right and left. Many former high-ranking and diplomatic national security officials have served under both parties, spoke out forcefully against the invasion of Iraq in March 2003. These included retired Marine General Anthony Zinni and retired General and head of the National Security Agency Howard Odom, and even the first President Bush's top international advisors, Brent Scrowcroft and James Baker. You could have counted hundreds of retirees in these categories: military, diplomatic, and national security, who spoke out before the invasion, or more, individually. But there was no infrastructure to aggregate these voices into a persistent force and repeatedly publicize their detailed critiques in the crucial 9-month run-up to the invasion. Add these anti-war voices and dozens of congressional Democrats, liberal and progressive magazines, and commentators who were challenging the same falsehoods, distortions, and cover-ups by the White House that these prominent retirees were condemning. What an opportunity there was for an organized convergence of all of these groups that would have stopped this long, costly war, so destructive of Iraq and its people, our soldiers, our laws, our stressed budgets, and our country's security, and our diplomatic status in the world. This same belligerent process can be unleashed again and again, as indeed it's been made into a smaller and in larger ways it's done in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Libya, Yemen, Somalia, and other nations. We can anticipate convergence is essential to prevent more of these provocations and aggressions that are the future, and it's going to be the future of revenge against America by angry people related to the many dead civilians, as well as bankrupting our country in so many ways. George Soros is worth an estimated over $20 billion, and he was a strong, openly public opponent of the Iraq War. Had he provided $100 million worth of strategic resources to put behind these patriotic retired leaders, helping them mobilize people to send a decisive message to Congress, it might have exposed and stopped this provocation-strewn drive to war with Iraq. The American people would have learned of the Army's opposition to the war, which went all the way up to the four-star generals who were muzzled. Even now, during the neocon and Israeli government drumbeats to attack Iran, it would still be timely to provide the media with infrastructure and organized resources so as to bring together these former officials, liberals and conservatives, in a permanent high-level watchdog network posed to prevent such reckless blowback wars. The path was being trailblazed in 2012 by a small new group, the National Commission on Intelligence and Foreign Wars. Its members included retired military and reflect a left and right convergence focusing on Congress. In July 2013, what had been simmering erupted with a left and right rebellion against Republican and Democratic leaders in the House of Representatives to almost win a ban on the NSA's blanket snooping of the domestic telephone and email communications of the American people. The vote was 217 to 205.